Hi, welcome to the Unagi Steve channel. My name is Steve Gearhart. For those of you who don't know me, mostly my friends and family are watching this, so of course you know me. But for those of you who don't, that's who I am. Anyway, so this channel is just a hodgepodge of stuff. It is what it is. And a few weeks ago, I decided to make a diddley bow. And so what is a diddley bow? A diddley bow is a handmade instrument. It's basically a handmade cheap guitar made out of spare parts, whatever you have around the house. This was way back in the day when guitars were really expensive and you couldn't afford one, so you kind of made your own. And that's what you used to play. And sometimes it was for something for kids to learn how to play before they graduated to a real 6-string guitar. Diddley bows are usually 1 string. You can make as many as three strings, make a kind of like a banjo of sorts. I did have some basic designs in mind that I found on the internet, and I tried a couple of the designs, and I realized that, hey, I don't have a workshop. I live in an apartment in Baltimore, so I had to be able to come up with a design that was incredibly simple and something that I could go outside into the parking lot out back where there's a concrete kind of structure that I could make things on. And so in the future, if I want to make a more detailed, more proper not proper diddley bow, but a more functional diddley bow, I'm going to have to find a workshop to use. So, but you can make a very basic diddley bow. If you can hammer a nail, then you can make a diddley bow. So all you need really is some sandpaper, just to, any edges that you cut, you're going to want to smooth them out. Nails, large enough nails, a bottle or a very small jar, and of course a guitar string. So all these things you can find cheaply. Also, it works best if you have a slide. So there you go. And depending upon how you play, you can use a regular pick, you can use a thumb pick like I do in the video, that's in part of the video that's coming up, or you can actually use your thumb. So one of the things about this very, very simple diddley bow is that there's no pickup on it. It's not electrified. It doesn't hook into an amp or anything. It is literally, it is what it is. So, but you can do that, and I may actually do that for the future. So the string that I put on here was an E string. There's no way to tune this thing. So you actually have to find the harmonics on the string after you build it, and you kind of mark it off on the wood. I haven't done that yet. And then that gives you an idea of where the notes are going to be. So while I have limited skills on the guitar, I'm going to have to teach myself how to use this with the diddley bow. And then once I do that, then I'll be able to play a proper song for you guys. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show you what it kind of looks like, what it sounds like. And so let me show you what it looks like here. So there you go. That is a diddley bow. All right. So let's start here. Most people could probably do a better job than I did of tying off the string at the end. But basically, you want this at the end to anchor your string. You get it tight. You want to try and get it, I don't know if you can hear that, tight as possible, but this comes in last, okay? So you put in that nail, then you put in this nail. You'll notice that it's kind of like a little bit at an angle there. And that's so that when you put your string in, I don't know if you can see that, but see the loop there, like the, where the little knob that you run the string through? So you put that there, so it kind of tugs on it a little bit. And then what you're going to do before you put this in is that you're going to run it all the way over here, and you're going to tie it off, right? So you want some tension on that, so that when you put the jar or the bottle in there, right, you got some tension going on there. But like I said, you can't tune this thing. You have to find the harmonics, and you go from that. So this is very simple. So these two nails simply hold this in, because the tension of the string is actually pulling on this. So it's pulling against this. Now this open end is your amplifier. So no volume control. So this is what you have to deal with. When you see the last part of the video, you'll see that's not very loud. So that's why often some people who are a little bit more experienced at this than I am at the moment, they'll put a pickup somewhere around here and then run it into an amp, and it actually will sound a lot better. At that point, this just becomes a bridge, and this doesn't become an amplifier. Originally, when I first put this together, I put in a beer bottle. It looked cool, but it didn't make a lot of noise. See how that's kind of small there? It's kind of big there. See that? Yeah. So a little bit more noise. Also creates a little bit better tension on the string. So in a moment, I'll show you me just running the slide up and down and doing a couple note things, and try to. The big idea to be able to use the slide is to make that sound, that slide sound, like a steel guitar sliding sound. And eventually, as I get better at making diddly bows, that's going to produce a better and better sound. This is very basic, so you're not going to get a whole lot, but you'll see what I mean. And this is not, I think this is not a bad result for a first try, a first successful try at making a diddly bow. All right, so yeah, there you go, and let's see what it sounds like.